Hi everybody, it's Stuart from Balance Health. So I've got both the front view of the Yang 16 and the back view of the Yang 16 up on my YouTube channel, Balance Health _Wellness. It's different than my website. My website is my overall health and wellness programs. YouTube channel, I'll have different things coming up. Tai Chi, some yoga, meditation. I've already got dance up and more Tai Chi coming. One of the requests is, well, what are the warm-up exercises that you do in your Tai Chi classes? I've kind of specifically have designed them to help people with their joint mobility, one, and two, very importantly, connect them to their breath. It's interesting that both in the Tai Chi and yoga worlds, we often talk about breathing through the nose. And now there is a lot of scientific evidence about the importance of breathing through the nose. I'll often, in both my warm-ups, you'll see that I'll breathe in through the nose, and at times I will purposely emphasize exhaling through the mouth. Either way is fine. You could breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. But it's important to breathe in through the nose. There's even people now who will tape their mouths shut when they're sleeping to make sure that they breathe through the nose. That's how important it's getting to be. It's already been done for thousands of years in Tai Chi and the yoga world. It's called pranayama in the yoga world, but now it's being used in the scientific world, often referred to as breath work. Anyway, enough of a long introduction. Here are some of the exercises that I do for my warm-ups for my Yang style classes, Yang style Tai Chi. The first part is basically called centering. I ask them to stand with their feet parallel with relaxed legs, feeling the center of their bodies rooting into the earth. Then I ask the men to place their right hand on top, ladies' left hand on top of their dantian. That's anywhere from 1 to 2 inches below the navel inside the body. They call this area your power center, or lower dantian. The crown of the head floats to the ceiling. I ask them to close their eyes and relax their body. So we're relaxing the eyes, the nose, the mouth, relaxing the neck and shoulders, relaxing the spinal column. Relax the core of the body. Relax the thighs, knees, calves, even the ankles and feet want to relax. Notice the breath in and out of the nose. And I refer to that as centering. So that's how we start the Tai Chi class. We center. I would do it for a few more minutes, but I want to get forward into the warm-up exercises. First, I ask them to breathe again in through the nose. If they're able to, it's always okay to modify these postures as you see fit. If you have an injury or surgery or something's not right this morning with you, don't force it. Just do what you can. The blessing I had is I had a pregnant woman come to my class. She modified most of the whole class. So it's okay to modify as you see fit. So if you can, reach up, look up. If you're able to, I want you to bring your hands together, look up, stretch up, and take a deep breath in through the nose. Then we exhale, we open the hands, we open the arms, we open the chest, and we drop the eyes and chin. So it's an inhale to stretch up, and an exhale to lower. In through the nose, stretch up, reach up, look up. Exhale. Then I do what's called two hands to the heaven. It's from the Qigong world. If you don't know, the Tai Chi and Qigong worlds are very related. It's different, yet similar. Talk about energy, Qi a lot. So clasping the hands, I bring the palms up, I press the palms up, look up, stretch up, inhale. I look forward and keep the crown of the head up. Then I exhale, releasing the hands to the side. So it's an inhale to clasp the hands, draw them up. Look forward, exhale. Deep inhale through the nose if you can. Great. Then I literally go through the joints of the body from the top down. Ear towards the shoulder. This is where I often joke with them and me. This is the snap, crackle, pop moment, and definitely, if it's an early morning class, My body's going, good morning. Ear towards the shoulder. Then I want to feel, both in life and in good Tai Chi, the crown of the head float up, chin drops slightly, and we look over one shoulder and the other. One shoulder and the other. Then we look up and we look down. Looking up, looking down. Then finding that vertical line again, crown of the head up, chin down. I like to think of circling the nose in front of the body. If you have neck issues, it can be really small circles. If your neck is healthy, it can be big circles. 2 or 3 times in one direction. Again, it can be small or big. Then 2 or 3 times in the other direction. Then moving on to the shoulders. Inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling, shoulders down. Then I take the shoulders forward, up, back, and down with breath. And reversing it, back, up, forward, and down. Yes, this next one is about full range of motion, but it's also getting flexibility in the shoulder, and very importantly in the Tai Chi world, opening the chi, opening the energy. Yogi would call it prana. If you're a fellow Jedi, it's the force. Opening up the energy of the armpit. So all I do, again, it doesn't have to be super big, is swing the arm, allowing the shoulder and the armpit to open gently. I like to also put a breath on it. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. But you could do it again in and out through the nose. And then reverse it. Open up the shoulder, open up the armpit. Feels good. I like that one. And again, other side, so I'm gently opening up the shoulder and the armpit. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be small. It can be small circles. And then I reverse it. And again, it could be small and gentle. Gentle circle. Opening up the shoulder, opening up the armpit. Optional to put a breath on it. Inhaling. Exhaling. This next one I love too. This is not just about the shoulders and arms and armpits. This is about the heart area. In the Tai Chi and Qigong world, we talked about the Dan Tian, the power center, but the heart area is called the supreme sovereign. It's putting quite a bit of emphasis on the heart area. It is an important area, obviously. So we're reaching now both arms up, reach up, look up, inhale, open the heart and chest and the arms and shoulders. So almost like a swimmer's stroke or something. Deep breath in. And then reverse it. So arms swing, reach up, look up, inhale, exhale, let it go. But I'm thinking of opening the heart and chest while I do it. Ooh, I like that one. Moving down, Dan Tian, our power center in Tai Chi. Qua, hip socket, not just the hip socket though, but the hip area. So now I'm going to open my feet wider than hip width apart, feet forward, and just like a hula hoop. And again, it doesn't have to be big. It can be a small circle. It can be a big circle. It's up to you. 4, 5, maybe 6 times in one direction, getting the Dan Tian, the qua, and the glutes moving. So after you've done about 4, 5, 6 in one direction, we'll reverse the circle. And again, a lot of people sit too much. This part of the body gets stagnant. It needs to move as well. It's a good basic way to say, okay, let's move the body. Major joints too, of course, Dan Tian, qua, glutes. But now moving to the knees, moving down, I'm going to place my hands above or on the knees. The knees can be a little bent or a lot. You know your body best, so listen to it. So if you have knee issues, these can be very small circles. If your knees are healthy, you could make them big. Again, I do 4, 5, maybe 6 times in one direction. And then I do it the opposite direction. Again, can be small, medium, or big circles. Listen to your body, do what's right. Even different days you'll feel differently. Sometimes you're able to do more, sometimes you have to do less. That's okay. And then one of my favorites, the feet. It's used both in the martial arts and dance world. Most of us humans bind our feet way too much, especially in the Western culture. I encourage people, I do my Tai Chi and my yoga barefoot. When I can, I go barefoot on Mama Earth as well, just to ground my body. But some people aren't not comfortable with that. I would at least encourage you to go barefoot at home, right? We have proprioceptors, sensory organs in our feet. If we're binding them all the time, they lose a lot of their mobility and strength. Our feet support the architecture of our bodies. So this is one of my favorites. Place one foot in front, and then you think of caressing the whole rim of the foot. Inside edge, all 5 toes, outside edge, back of the heel, inside of the heel. Notice the mobility in your feet. Notice the mobility in your ankle. Notice the mobility in your knee. Those are good things. So kind of wake up your feet. Reconnect to them, right? And reverse that circle, the whole rim of the foot caressing the earth. Now I joke with my class that us humans have 2 connections to the earth. Our dogs, our cats, our horses, our cows have 4 connections to the earth. They've got kind of an advantage. So we need to, as humans, learn how to utilize, care for, and optimize the use of our feet. So now I'm going to do the other foot. So placing one foot in front, I'm thinking of the whole rim. Inside edge, all 5 toes, outside edge, back of the heel, inside of the heel. So I'm caressing the rim of the foot on the floor. Notice the mobility in your foot, your ankle, and knee. Those are good things. Now, I had a student recently who had trouble with this, and it's okay. Just do what you can. This was really hard for them. She was like trying to figure it out. It's okay, just start where you're at and just do what you can. Right? Bruce Lee did not happen overnight. He practiced for a long, long time. A good swimmer, a good tennis player, good basketball player, a good Tai Chi person practices. That's all it is. So notice the mobility in your foot, ankle, and knee. So those are some of my fundamental warm-ups. There's others, but those are the fundamentals that I use to warm up for the class. I hope that's helpful. Make use of them if you can. Have a beautiful day, everybody.